77 today. Warmest day of the week so far. Not going to be for long as, again, temperatures likely to increase as we head into the weekend. But a very seasonable day, both on the high and the low spectrum today. Right on par for the high and just a few degrees off for our wake-up temperatures this morning, which were cool but not all that bad. We're going to have a big chill coming up tomorrow morning. And then, of course, no rainfall out there today. That's something that we may be seeing a lot lately. So as you look ahead in time here, big dome of high pressure over the northeast. There's Francine, likely to become a hurricane soon, moves ashore Louisiana, up the Mississippi River Valley, and then just sort of stalls out here and eventually dies out because that high pressure just eats away at the rain field. So we're not worried about that. Now, as we look ahead to next week, the Euro wants to develop an area of low pressure over the Carolinas here. That could potentially bring some clouds and some rain up the coast eventually into southern New England. Look at the GFS, though. The GFS wants to keep that high right where it is, and that would keep us dry through perhaps the end of next week if that plays out. Either way, through Tuesday of next week, with either of our major models, we're not looking at any rainfall outside of maybe a passing sprinkle. There are some indications that we could see, a little piece of energy goes up and over that ridge here or there. Outside of that, we're very, very likely going to stay exceptionally dry. Some of the lawns, the gardens, not going to be thrilled at that. Again, you can only absorb so much water, right? It's been a record wet year so far, but how much of that actually gets run off? So we could actually use, some lighter rain here or there this month. But again, we've just been so inundated with rain so far this year. I don't think a lot of us are going to be complaining. Again, maybe our flowers will be, but that's about it. There is Francine right now. As of the 5 o'clock update, 65 mile per hour winds. 70 is because these are upgraded in 5 mile per hour increments. So if we saw that go up to 70, that would be right on the doorstep of Category 1. It's 75 and over. Anything over 74. So once you get to that, again, upgrade of 5 miles per hour, it becomes a hurricane. That's what we're really talking about when we're talking about the strength of a storm, is the wind field. We're not talking about the other ramifications, which are big storm surge here right into Louisiana. It looks like New Orleans may get spared in that the storm's not coming right up the bayou in some of those canals there, but it's coming from this direction. And so this portion, the southwest facing portion of that shoreline, might bear the brunt of that. But then you're also talking about the inland flood threat from all the rain that comes with this. And again, it sort of dies out over the Mississippi Valley there, but could dump some very heavy rain at first. Tiffany told us at 4 o'clock, a lot of the farmers down around there trying to harvest some crops so that they don't get destroyed by any flooding that the rains do bring. We're not dealing anything like that here at home. It is just sensational. Again, really chilly start tomorrow morning. Look at this, 47, 49, 45. Very, very cool stuff out there. So really, I would say only the most urban of areas here in Providence, we're just barely hanging on to 50 degrees. Outlying areas, especially the ones with sandier soil, are going to really see that incredible evaporational cooling. And then another nice day out there tomorrow before another cool start to the day on Thursday. But again, those warm afternoon temperatures well into the 80s here by the time we get to the weekend. So, hey, don't put away the beach gear just yet. Don't put away the air conditioners just yet either. You're probably going to need both. And certainly if you can get out there on the water this weekend, it's a great time to do so because our water temperatures are still very adequately warm out there for swimming. But we also don't have a lot of lifeguards on duty, so I would caution that as well. And we'll be giving you some marine forecasts as we get towards the weekend as well, so you can be prepared for that.
I'll tell you what, I can't recall many times, Jeff, as we approach mid-September, we'd be talking about going to the water legitimately, unless you're just somebody with thick hide and you can just go in no matter what. But water temperature still
plunges,
that kind of thing as well. Yeah, not that cold, but not necessarily stuff you actively want to go to the beach and go in the water for.
I recall, days here and there, rogue days, even as early as the first week of October. I remember going swimming on Columbus Day one year. That was an extreme outlier, but now we're not talking about days. We're talking about weeks of this.
Yeah.
So
how far south was that, though, from where we are here?
That was down in Long Island. That was, I want to say 2011, maybe.
All right.
So again,
wow, you have a good memory.
You remember something like that?
What happened in
Are you kidding me? I don't know what I had for lunch.
Same.
When you're swimming on Columbus Day in almost mid-October, it sticks in your head.
That's memorable. You're right.
Yeah.